Okay, so the first set of tools that we're looking at today are the healing tools. And healing tools do just that. They heal your picture in some way. And that's usually a nice positive. For instance, I'm going to take my heal brush tool and show you some of the effects before we go over how to use them. So one thing that is really commonly used for the healing tools is to clean up little issues with your face. I mean, I've got big issues with my face, but hey, let's try to fix as much as we can. So notice, with this tool, for instance, I can get rid of those wrinkles in my forehead. Like I'm young again. Aww. And get rid of things like that mole in the middle of my forehead. Goodbye. And that's kind of what the healing tool is intended for. Of course, we can also use it for other things. Like, for instance, I love using it to make my eyes disappear. Or alternatively, make more eyes for my... Wait. Make more eyes for myself.
How do you do that?
So, or let's give myself some more teeth. Oh, that always freaks me out. Anyway, so let's actually learn how to use these tools. The key to these tools, whoa, too far back. The key to these tools copy over parts of your picture and blend them into other parts of your picture. So for instance, it's taking parts of my skin that doesn't have a wrinkle and makes it smooth. It takes parts of my skin that doesn't have a mole and blends it in. So the very, very first tool that we're going to use is one intended to do that, and it's called the Blemish Tool. All your tools are found underneath this Band-Aid over here. You can also remember the Band-Aid because it's healing. Hooray, we're getting better. Hold down on it and you'll get the entire set of tools here. We're going to start with the Blemish Tool. The Blemish Tool works like this. You click and you drag to where you want to copy. So for instance, usually what you want to do is click over something like a mole or a pimple or something like that, and then slide it over to an area that's nice and clean. Of course, you can go weird and do it where you can put your eye up there. Notice that's not the best one to use for the eye because it's only a single dot. But this one's great for a small dot of an area to be blended in. So try that out. Find something you want to replace. Fun things to do besides pimples and moles and things like that. I like to make my nostril disappear.
What?
How am I breathing? You can change the size up in the normal area for width, and that determines the size of the circle that you replace. So notice, with some careful placement, I can make my nose disappear. What movie is that? Like, I look like a... Is it The Who's from, like, Grinch? You can even do that for the middle of your eye, and that looks a little bit more extreme. Other fun things, take your teeth, replace them with your eyes. I'll give you guys a second to play around with that. Okay. So remember, it's up here in the corner. You're going to hold down. Start with that one. So remember, the size of that determines what you're placing. Put it over what you want to replace. So let's do it over the eyes so you can see how it works. So you click and you drag to where you want to replace. For instance, I can replace most of his nose. Okay. What's that? Okay. Press and hold. Yep. So you're going to go down to Blemish Tool. That one replaces a dot of the area. So for instance, we want to place your tattoo, make it a little bit larger. Yep, and you just move over there. So that can replace parts of your picture. What did you do? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the undo tool. There we go. Well, that's going to have the... Yeah, you want to push that down. Okay. Okay, so we first have to choose a tool. Go down to your Band-Aid, click and hold, and go down to Blemish Tool. That's the first one we're using. So once you've got your Blemish Tool, you put your mouse over it, you click and you hold and you drag over to what you want to grab. Notice that made that mold disappear. There, that made that bump disappear. And I can make these disappear as well.
Hermano, can you come here?
Yep. So I see people using this to erase eyebrows. I see people using this to erase. Right. So you're on the healing brush tool. We haven't gotten to that yet. So remember, you want to click and hold to get the other options. We're on Blemish Tool. So you also want to zoom in a little bit so you can see the effects. To use that, you take your circle, you can shrink it down more if you want up here, and you put it over one place, and then drag. Yeah. Take it, slide it over, notice. Yeah.
You got that sign though.
Brian should never not have eyebrows. Okay, you're not adding layers.
Oh my god.
So you take it,
Like,
like where you want it. Wait. There, put where you want. And then you'll copy over. So beautiful. Here's placing your hair.
I did my lips too.
Ugh. Okay, do it. Okay, to use it, so we're on the wrong tool right now. Yeah. What you want to do is click and hold. We're on that Blemish tool up here. And once you got it, you can pick it and then. Okay. So it's click and then you hold to move it. Everyone got it?
Plastic surgery gone wrong.
Hermano, can you come here?
Hello. Hola.
Wow. We're just going to use mine right now. Okay. Okay. You can't fix up less. So the very first one is this Blemish tool. Go down here. Put the circle over your face. Drag over to where you want.
So like let's just say
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're gonna circle back about 30 seconds. What do you want right there?
no, I'm explaining to him.
Okay.
So like
Wait, so how do I put the eyes?
Help me the
Yeah,
God.
separate eyes there. So you take where you want to replace, put it there, and then drag it over. So notice it only replaces what's in the circle. So yeah, but notice it only does the circle. Yeah, you can make the circle bigger, but we're also going to learn some other tools in a second. Okay, guys. Oh, I totally forgot to pause. I forgot to pause the recording. So now there's like weird 8-minute gap. I will try to cut it down, I guess. Okay, second thing, guys. Okay, we learned about the Blemish tool. Circle back with me about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off mice, hands off keyboards, eyes towards board. So we got the Blemish tool. The one thing about the Blemish tool, though, is it only does a circle. It only does a circle. So it's really, really hard to do larger areas. The second tool we're going to learn is known as the patch tool. So if we click and hold down on the Band-Aid again, we'll get something called the patch tool. And this is similar to the Blemish tool, but this time, rather than a circle, you get to draw an area. So for instance, if I want to remove my facial hair, let's give me a shave. I'm going to draw a circle over what I'm trying to replace, and then I'm going to move my mouse to where I need to get it from. And there we go, nice and clean shaven. So I'm going to do that again. And let's see if I can clean up my face a little bit and give myself an electronic shave. Now the one thing is, because this is larger, you have to pick a larger free area. For instance, you'll notice often for this one, I'm using my forehead. Why? Because that's the biggest area of clear skin with no hair that I can find. It is the patch tool. Patch tool this time, guys. So notice now I'm circling my eyebrows, getting rid of those, because who needs any hair on your face? Yeah. I'm gonna pause. Guys, so we've learned 2 of the 3 healing tools. The very, very last healing tool that we're going to learn is the healing brush tool, which is the one at the top. This one is, again, does something very similar to the other 2, but rather than select an area manually. You guys okay?
Your face.
I know.
Um,
As you might have noticed, there's some weirdness around the edge of this eye. The healing brush tool is really great for healing that edge. To use it, hold down Alt. Notice when I hold down Alt, what happened to my mouse? Change to what? To little crosshairs. When you have it in this mode, you click to select what you're copying. So for instance, if I want to give myself more hair, I want to put it at the edge of my hairline. And then once I've set that, I should be able to add more hair. Oh, that's not, I need to go deeper in. There we go. So this is really great for adding extra things. But you have to be careful because it goes where your brush is. Notice if I do an Alt here, this one's a little bit more viewable. Notice how it makes a little cross. The cross tells you what you're copying. And as your brush moves, notice that cross is moving as I move my brush.
The healing brush tool, right?
Healing brush tool.
It said you must click.
Yep, hold down Alt, select where you're copying from, and then you'll get that little crosshair. And then you can copy over things. So notice I'm blending in the edges of my eye here so that it matches the skin and looks a little bit more natural. I notice with my patch tool, I accidentally left a little bit of my eyebrow. I'm going to go in with an Alt, click, and then paint in this area to make it look more smooth and natural. And that'll help smooth in some of those imperfections. For instance, I want to get rid of these cheek lines. And there we go. God, this is horrifying. Gonna pause again.